अजय सर। अजय सर। Alles, alles. Very good morning, all. This side Pradipma Verma, host for the day. Our speaker is going to join shortly. Thank you. Very good morning. Pankaj sir. Pankaj sir.
Yes, sir. You're audible properly. Please.
So do one thing. Let me make a host and give some permission to Mahin sir for audio and video purpose.
Sure. I'll take care of this. So although our guest has joined or not yet,
Sir, Mahin sir joined.
and as well as our associate dean has also joined.
Yeah,
I request you please kindly proceed for the session.
Fine. Very good morning, TMU. A very pleasant good morning to one and all present here. Well, I, Pradeep Kumar Verma, Assistant Professor, EE Department, Faculty of Engineering, shall be the host for the day. I feel privileged to welcome you all on behalf of IIT Tirthankar Mahavir University, Faculty of Engineering Entrepreneurship Development Cell, Faculty of Engineering, to this online session with innovation and startup ecosystem enabler from the regional level under the aegis of Ministry of Education Innovation Cell. In the year 2018, the Ministry of Education through MOE's Innovation Cell launched the Institution Innovation Council program in collaboration with AICT for higher education institutions to systematically foster the culture of innovation and startup ecosystem in education institutions. Primarily, IIC's role is to engage large number of faculty, students, and staff in various innovation and entrepreneurship related activities such as ideation, problem solving, proof of concept, development, design thinking, IPR, project handling, and management at pre-incubation, incubation stages, so that innovation and entrepreneurship ecosystem get established and stabilized in higher education institutions. Now we have with us respected Associate Dean Ma'am, Dr. Manjula Jain ji with us. She is President IIC Tirthankar Mahavir University and also heading the post of Associate Dean for the TMU. I request to Dean Ma'am to enlighten us with the valuable words. Manjula Ma'am, please. सर महेंद्र सर को एक बार परमिशन देना होगा.
Hello.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Pradeep ji, I was muted by the host.
Fine.
So that is why I couldn't join
Pankaj
you.
Sir, Pankaj sir, kindly do the same.
Now he has muted me.
Okay.
But I cannot start my video again. Host has stopped it. So who is the host? May I know?
Definitely, ma'am. It's me. I'm sorry very much for that. I'm doing it.
Okay. So anyhow, I have requested the host to please start my video.
Yes,
In the meantime, I take this opportunity to congratulate Faculty of Engineering, Tirthankar Mahavir University, who has taken this stance and the initiative to take up this topic under the banner of IICTMU. And this is a very pertinent topic, I feel, because we have been talking about the startup culture, the entrepreneurship culture in the country. And this topic has taken momentum only after 2016, when Startup India initiative was undertaken and was popularized by our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. But creating or enabling that environment for our budding youth, that is very important. And I suppose that these are the various,
ma'am, please try.
Now I think I'm visible to all.
Absolutely, ma'am. Please.
Thank you so much. So at TMU also, we have been undertaking startups or the entrepreneurship promotion, as well as the innovation as our clear-cut priority areas. And we are also making certain initiatives that can be strengthened only through our conscious hand holding, I believe. And we are also in the process of giving some kind of funding support as well as the incentives to our budding entrepreneurs. And we have been into the industry academia collaborations as well as partnerships also. And I believe that the role of higher educations and the institutions like ours, that is highly crucial in elevating the Indian startup ecosystem. So if I say that what at TMU we have been doing, yes, we have already got the recognition from the Start in UP initiative of UP government. And we have been into the process of enabling as well as strengthening the TMU Business Incubation Center with some of the formalities remaining, so as to give the inquisitive brains of our students so that they can mingle together to explore or to experiment few things. So, and I think Faculty of Engineering is doing a wonderful job by organizing such kind of occasions, such kind of events wherein they are inviting the young minds to come up with various kind of business propositions. And recently we had witnessed so many kind of prototypes that were developed by our students from diploma, from engineering, and they had certain kind of commercial relevance also, and that made me very much happy about how this have been embedded into their component of the curriculum. So the people at FOE, at CCSIT, they are doing wonderfully in this regard. And I again extend my heartfelt congratulations, best wishes, so that they can forge this connection between the teachers, the students, the industry, the academia, and that is how we can be leading to more social and entrepreneurial movement in the country as well. So with all these words, I would again say that we are aiming to foster and facilitate the creativity and enterprising culture among our students, and so that they do not just become the job seekers, but they become the job creators. And I suppose that we should exhort them to be the part of this endeavor. And through this platform of TMU BIC, we would be striving hard to make this Startup India's initiative of the Government of India grand success. And I should again say that Mahendra ji is doing a wonderful job. He has also taken this startup initiative to greater heights. And with his initiatives, we also would like to be, reinforcing our commitment of TMU towards this accomplishment of larger objective. And by this, we would be able to serve the community development of the region also as well. So with these words, wish you all the best for the success of this event. And I believe that this collaborative effort would certainly lead us to have a strong motivational mechanism as the enablers for such kind of ecosystem in the region as well as in the country. Thank you so much, Pradeep ji. Thank you so much, Pankaj ji, and all the participants on this platform. And I wish all the best to Mahendra ji for a very motivating deliberation today in this session. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your valuable input. I think Mahendra is in the queue. He is just
Mahendra ji there? Pradeep ji?
yes, ma'am.
Has Mahendra ji joined?
I think the network glitch is there. We are trying to connect him again. Just give me a moment, please. Just give me a moment, please. Sir, in some network glitch.
I cannot find him in my participants list.
Ma'am, if I think there is some network glitch. He's in the queue, I think. We are trying to connect him again.
Dr. Pankaj, I suppose now you can take the charge of the host.
Well, thank you very much, ma'am, for giving me this charge of being host here. Technically, there was some error in the Zoom, and that's why I could not be able. So fine, I'm looking for Mahin sir. Definitely, Mahin sir, I'll make you enable to unmute yourself. Mahin sir, kindly through chat, let me know by what name you are, because we are unable to find you by the name Mahin. Please. Let us know, please. If I'm audible to you, Mahin sir, please.
Sorry. Pankaj sir,
Yes, sir.
my name is Arnav Gupta.
Arnav Gupta, sir, now you have become host. Pradeep sir, technically now the host has been shifted to you. I don't know what is happening today, but it is now charges. Initially it was with the Manjula ma'am, and then finally it is on you. So by what name you're saying?
That is Arnav Gupta. Arnav Gupta.
Gupta. So you are the host, you check finally now. Yeah, Arnav Gupta is here, but I am not host now, so I cannot do it.
Okay, sir.
Please, you do it.
Mahin sir.
Yes, hi Pradeep.
Sir, very good morning. Sorry for
Very good
the
morning.
interruption. Actually, some glitch is there.
No issue, no issue. That happens when we are doing something extraordinary.
That's
Uh,
great.
All
That's
right,
great.
so very, very good morning, everyone. And means I'm very excited while I was forcefully mute, right, unable to be do. Then the thoughts are like I say, I'm here, I can hear you, but I cannot respond to you. All right, so thank you, Pradeep, thank you, Pankaj, thank you, Manjula ma'am, for I think she's here right now.
check, sir.
All right, so I guess other than host, other participants are not able to be in a speak, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I have permission to share the screen too.
Sir, just give me a
Yes.
moment, please. You can start your screen, no issue, but just give me a moment. Guys, today we have Sri Mahen Gupta ji, CEO iNurture Incubation Center, and that is belongs to ABICC Ghaziabad. If we talk about sir, he is heading the post of CEO, Chief Executive Officer, founder Udyamita Sanskar Foundation, and jointly supported by Mighty Government of India, ABICC Ghaziabad. Mr. Mahendra have the more than 17 years of experience in education sector, includes 12 plus years in the field of innovation and entrepreneurship. He has served in reputed institutions as a key player to set up innovation, entrepreneurship, and ecosystem. He has filled and published 2 patents for designing the innovative table for the infant and plate dispensing and counting machine. He received Young Achiever Award in the area of entrepreneurship development from Entrepreneurship and Skill Development Association of India in the year of 2016. He is certified management consultant from DSIR, DST, Government of India, accredited entrepreneurial motivational trainer by NIES BUD Noida, and he also certified trainer in call training methodology by International Finance Corporation IFSC. Currently, he is working as CEO iNurture Incubation Foundation, powered by ABICC Ghaziabad, a known for profit technology business incubator registered under the Section 8. iNurture supported by the Ministry of Education and IT, Government of India, with a cost of 1.7 CR under TIDE 2.0. Now, I request Sri Mahen ji to start the session. Sir, now show is yours.
Thank you, Pradeep. Thank you for making this possible, and I'm very happy to be not only today, but every time when you organize a program at TMU or TMU organize any program related to innovation entrepreneurship and where I can contribute a drop in it. So in the entire experience, what I have, and especially when I read your content, that is an enabler, right? Regional enabler, right? So I focus on this word before I go ahead with the entire sessions. We set out some of the agenda point, whatever the duration we have. This regional enabler is a very important portion of the entire ecosystem. And you cannot, every time you cannot ask any person or every person in a community to become at your place or deliver something or do something or help your student to become the entrepreneur or the innovator. So you need your own capacity inside you, where the people who are engaged in academic, who are engaged in a administrative job portion, they come forward and help the student local community to become an innovator, right? And start something, right? So that's why this regional enabler word used means the person who are working locally and empowering the ecosystem and bringing the connects network either from the outside or from their own competency and helping the people to become the entrepreneur. All right. So what we set the agenda today, one is let's understand how we can make a good ecosystem and why we need the ecosystem. In fact, why we need the people to become the entrepreneur, right? Another thought is how we can take in this entire, if you understand that there is a need, there's a clear-cut need, there's an economical need, there's a social need to become the entrepreneur by any young person, then how you can carry forward this information, this importance to your young mind, because they are locally or through the academically information system, they are not now thinking to become the entrepreneur. They are most likely to be going for a good job. They are looking for a good job, a salary, a good salary, and then the entire settlement, right? And this is happening all around. I guess we have a student here also today in the session, Pradeep.
Yes, sir.
Right. And meanwhile, if it's possible that other can also speak and also unmute, then it's good to take query all.
Sir, can possible? Just give me a moment, please.
All right, take your time.
Now permission has given.
Right. So you need to be understand, what is the purpose of the entire session. The purpose of entire session is to be you understand the value and the importance of innovation, entrepreneurship, and thinking to become an entrepreneur. Right? Now, this is a question. There's a question for you. That is, what you will do after completion of your degree, right? So many of you may say, because I practically ask these questions when I take a physical session, because it's very easier to take the response, but I do not know how much this is suiting and this is reflecting at the online session. But the question is very simple, and you ask yourself, when you complete your degree, whatever you are doing, either BCA, BBA, MBA, BCom, MBA, engineering, or whatever the program you are in TMU, when you finish out this program, what you will do, right? So what I in a 95% cases receive the answer from the young mind, that is, we'll earn the money, right? And we do the job and earn the money, right? So this is a simple answer I receive every time. Large population say they want to go for job. They want to go for a job. What job? Maybe is not clear. Maybe the professional career option. Maybe the some local level job. Maybe the some MNC's job. Whatever you are eligible, you qualify it, right? You go for that, right? But at the end of the day, you earn some money. In the end of the year, you earn some money. Down the line, whatever package you join, that will increase, and you have some amount to do. Now, point is this. If you earn this money, what you will do? Kya karenge aap uska? So the answer is what I received in journal. That is, we buy a home. We do marriage. We go for some international holiday. We go for some good restaurant and all the things. Whatever the luxury you do not have today. And a desire to do this, you must go for it, right? So these are the answer we receive, right? But point is this: when you spend all this money, would this return back to you in any format? Maybe not. Maybe these all the expenditure will be, when you do, it's gone away. Now, thought is, do only I have to live for next 20 years? Or I live only for here in this earth for next 40 years, 60 years. So point is this, if I am only born for a small job, for a petty job of 6 lakh rupees, 8 lakh rupees, 40 lakh rupees, 1,000, 100 lakh rupees, or I must have a different thinking process, a different vision for my life. Now, when I say the vision for my life, I have seen the youth is not able to be set the vision of what they want to achieve in this life, and this is not good for any country. So I request you to think about beyond job. Job is very small portion, right? Where you can earn something for your bread and butter, but request you to think beyond. I request if you do not have any query, and please mute yourself.
Yes, sir.
कुछ आवाज आ रही है पीछे से.
Okay.
So you need to be think about beyond job, right? People who are paying you any salary, any amount of salary, they are actually earning from somewhere, and then they are paying to you, right? So you have to think about what you for what you actually born actually, right? Are you only born for the 6 lakh, 8 lakh rupees, 10 lakh rupees, 15 lakh rupees job, or you have something dream to be achieve it, right? I'm leaving you here because setting a right goal, right vision is very important. And it will be good if you settle down, set a vision today when you are studying. This is easier for you to achieve your entire vision entire goal in the age of, at the age of 40, 45, 48, 50, less than 50, right? In fact, who said you have the retirement age at 60, 62? Why not you can retire at the age of 50? You earn a lot of money and you can retire it at that point of time, so that you have a good health to enjoy that money. All right. So this is separate philosophy around it, but you must think about it. Now, coming the portion where the session is actually designed, the INA ecosystem and the jobs and the phenomena of creating wealth, economy, and all the things, right? So people who are thinking that the entire population who is actually growing nowadays in a faster speed, and we are going to become the first in the race of population. So very difficult for any government, any organization to produce the jobs, right? It's very difficult, and you can see the scenario. You can see the things happening in and around. People are hiring, on the basis of arts. People are hiring on the basis of as and when required, because the company cannot afford the full-time job. In fact, the government cannot afford the full-time salary and their remuneration and all the things, right? So everyone is thinking about the new economical model, new budgetary model, so that they can control the finance, they can produce higher outcome out of it. And with this balance, the country's economy can upgrade, right? Now, second is we have a force by the technological shift, which has happening from last 5 to 10 years. But because of COVID, we are very early to reach at that point of time. No one think about that they have to use the AI in such a faster speed. No one think about you have to use the robotics, cobotics, and the entire new age technology in this faster speed. In fact, we means the countries launched, the people have launched the AI-based program, the robotics program, and advanced programs. But think about, do we have that capable teachers available? Do we have that capable trainers available? Do we have capable student available who can design, build, test, right, and the entire product? Probably not, right? So because of COVID, we have pushed to be reached a bit early at certain point of time. So the message is the no government can produce 100% jobs for you. So we have to create a system where the people can become not only the job seeker, they can become the job creator. Now, you very well understand that what mean by the job creator and job seekers, right? The job seekers are the people who are looking for jobs, sending their resume, and the job creators who are the people who are hiring these kind of the people, right? Now, becoming a job creator is a challenging career option, right? For me or for any presenter, any speaker, it's very easier to be say, we are in a process to produce the jobs seekers, job creators, but it's very difficult to hold that young mind in the segment which is very risk oriented, where the mature person are not capable, or not able, or not trying to footfall their steps. How I can push my young child, 18, 20 years young engineering grades, to be enough footfall and start a venture? Very, very difficult, right? So what are needed actually? So we need to be think about, or think in respect of what the students and young people are thinking, and why not they are coming in this segment, right? When we are thinking like a student, if I think about when I building my own enabler or my own incubation system here in the ABS, I think exactly what my students are thinking. They have one side I'm pushing them to become the entrepreneur. Other side, they have a good job in Accenture, in the Microsoft, in the Cisco, in other good companies. So in fact, this is exactly the direct competition we all are facing right today, right? Where other side, there's a good salary package available. The parents are happy that their students, their ward is going to be placed in a 20 lakh rupees salary package. The student is happy. Who you are to be decide and say, leave the job and come in the segment to be start your own venture. It's very difficult. Now, point is this: how you motivate these all guys to become leave this portion of Microsoft job and come in your segment. All right. So this particular slide is actually saying only you have a very limited number of job productions which is happening, and the large number of segment job production is contributed by the MSME segments. Other side, the startup segments which are contributing to produce in a job, and that is the faster way to be help the people who are looking for job, rather than someone start a industry manufacturing unit, take a long time, 1 year, 2 year, 3 years, huge risk. Other side, you have an option to be push, pump, and create a good mega unicorns in a startup ecosystem, which is a faster, easier, and better way of creating the jobs for your young youth who are not capable to start their own venture. In fact, people who actually serve in a startup system as a intern, as an employee at later stage, they also now created mindset that they can start their own venture. Why not? I can start my own venture. I can only work for when I'm working for the startup. All right. Now, you have to understand the certain data which is available for analysis to everyone. This is open database available to all of us. Do we are not creative? Do we are not innovative? This is a very last mile question to be asked by everyone. If you are creative, you are solving your home's challenge by some frugal innovation, by some jugaad innovation, why cannot you come at any place near to you, any institution near to you, in a locally where you are actually, and convert that frugal innovation into the a process oriented, a systematic product innovation. This is very easier and possible. Every engineering college, every university having a basic infrastructure and facility, along with the teachers who can help you to become convert your frugal innovation into the real innovation, or a product close to your first prototype. Now you are not approaching and trying to reach these people, or you are not able to be understand what the value you have actually created, right? So this is a mega chunk problem exists in a country. That's why we have ranked 46 in an innovation index globally. Is not mean, see, we are a huge population, and 50% population, if try to innovate something, they can innovate every year. They can innovate the one innovations, and they can contribute in the economy directly. All right, look at another database. This is a IPR. Now, this is very closely related with the innovation. If you are doing the innovation, patenting, registering it, right, the IP index itself increase. So it's vice versa. But our rank is 43 out of 45 countries, right? Now, there's another ranking portion which I wish to show primarily. Then I go in a other slide. This is the entrepreneurship index, right? This is released in 2019. 2020-21 data is also be available, but not in an exactly format where I wish to be showcased to you. But what the fundamentally this data say, this slide say, is the entrepreneurship index means in a country whether the people are able to become the entrepreneur, whether the people having an attitude to become entrepreneur, well, the people having aspiration to become the entrepreneur. So in these segments, this survey has had done, and the India rank is 78. You can see in the slide, India rank 78, where our attitude, right attitude, now people having attitude to become the entrepreneur is 22.7%. It means if you calculate the entire population 100, कितना 130 करोड़ लोग जो हैं, इसका आप percentage निकालो, and then you think about only this percentage people are capable or having right attitude to become the entrepreneur. The rest of the population do not have, 70% population do not have the attitude to become the entrepreneur. And if this population do not have attitude to become the entrepreneur, you think, can they work primarily? Can they work immediately and serve the nations where the nations is looking for the economical growth of $3 trillion economy? It's a big question to us. Now, the second one. So in terms of attitude, we rank 95, right? Means the above 9 countries population having a greater attitude to become the entrepreneurs. 94 countries in the world. Now, if you go and search the 94 countries, maybe there are some countries who are very small, very innocent in terms of geography, very poor economy, but they are far worse than the India, but the Indians are not able to do this. Now, the second portion, the second component which is taken as a data, that is the ability. 23.6% population in the country is having ability to become the entrepreneur. Now, when we talk about the ability, it means they have understanding about, one is the attitude. मन से वो चाहता है बनना, इसमें कितने लोग मन से बनना चाहते हैं? सिर्फ 28%, 22% बनना चाहते हैं, 23% बनना चाहते हैं. Now 23% people, 24% people only have the ability. It means rest people do not understand what business means actually. The rest population do not understand what mean by the innovation. The rest population do not understand what is actually the selling and buying price. The people do not understand the market. The people do not understand the basic economics, which is actually working in a market. Right. Now the third one, that is called the aspiration. 28.9% population in India having aspiration to become the entrepreneur. Rest do not. Now, if I take this data as a positive sense, it means we have 30% population is able to become the entrepreneur. Now you need to extend this size. When I say extend this data, it means maybe the student become the entrepreneur in the future or not. This is a separate portion. This is a separate question to be understand, but they must need to be understand while the time they are graduating, they are also equally capable and skilled in the sense of business also. They are not going for start any venture, but they understand the business very, very clearly. And this help them to be not only to be improve this index, maybe this help them to be to understand the enterprise culture well. They understand that where I'm going to work, that organization is why that organization is actually paying and how they can scale up their growth at the organization if they wish to only remain a job. Other side, if they want to start any business, because they have all primarily understanding, ability, attitude, they can start the venture down the line 2 years, 3 years. Maybe they are not starting today. So this is a very important portion where maybe the direct innovation, maybe the direct business sense is not, but understanding, ability and attitudes must require. All right. Coming to the other slide. Look at the scenario. Look at the scenario where how much percent of population, the young population, are actually becoming the startup, right? Become the startup. When I say the startup means I'm saying the innovation driven enterprise. Very simple. I'm not taking any manufacturing unit, any trading unit, any business and all the things. I'm only taking the startup in the sense of they must involve any innovation in their business processes or the product. Now look at this in the slide. 91% of founders are male and 9% of females are only the founder in the startup ecosystem, in any startup. One side, this is important to be, when I say the gender equality, when I say the equal rights, when I say all these things, right, I must urge and request my female students, my girls students to think about to become the entrepreneur. Because if you join the lead, if you join this as a primary career option, I am very pretty sure that the growth of this entire innovation and startup development has faster than ever is that ever achieved by any processes. Why I'm saying this? Because see, female have a very basic quality. The one is their management skill set very understandable. They are very capable to be manage anything from kitchen to a startup, any venture. And see, the sustainability of female for doing any work is much higher than any male. This I'm saying because of some of the data which is available to us, right? If women start any project, any work, having a good focus and concentration while doing this that any work and finish out that work in comparison to the males. So आप लोग घर में भी देखते हैं कि जब सिस्टर कोई ड्राइंग कोई वर्क करती थी तो वो बड़ा मन से करती थी, लेकिन हम लोग करते थे तो ठीक है कर लिया, फिर थोड़ी देर कुछ और करने लगे. ये ऐसा एक स्वभाव से निकल कर आता है, राइट? सो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पोर्शन है वेयर फीमेल्स कंट्रीब्यूशन नीड टू बी अपग्रेडेड. इनफैक्ट आई से अदर साइड कि व्हेन any student male is going to start any venture must involve any female in it so that you have a good combination. And I am very appreciate and happy that Dr. Abhay Jere, the Chief Innovation Officer, whatever he is thinking and designing the programs in the line, in the sense of what the community, what the economy, and what the acceptable, sustainable for the India. So you understand this basic understanding. Now, we all know that we have achieved this, in July, we have achieved 100 unicorns, and the fastest growth achieved in 2020, 2021. Around 47 startups are become the unicorns in only in a year of 21, right? So by this logo, you can understand some of them you already know. MobiKwik, you know, Meesho, you know the Cars 24. You every day receive the call, right? Crit, you know. So you know that the people in this country, in this India, doing and achieving the things. Pausing here and want to take any query if you wish to be ask anything. I'm open to be answered here, and then I go the next part of it.
Dear participants, if you want to ask any question, you can ask by unmute yourself.
All right. I guess the content what I was talking is very relevant and connected with the student, Pradeep.
Yes, sir. It's relevant.
All right. Now moving ahead. So the primary portion, when I say that the ecosystem, let me show you what ecosystem is actually contained. All right. So when we are creating any ecosystem, especially for innovation and entrepreneurship. So way back when I was started the entrepreneurship program, delivery of entrepreneurship program, I used to talk about the entrepreneurship, their competencies, and why should a person to become the entrepreneur and all. But down the line, that was a huge successful programs. People think and started venture also. There is a certain fixed outcome we have received out of it. But the moment we have grown up, we have seen that how the young mind is changing actually, and the young mind is very now capable to do any kind of coding, designing, fabrication and all. So we have changed the phenomena, and during around 15, 16 and 16, the word coined by the Prime Minister is a startup, right? In India, very popularly, although it was exist in a word, but the Indian understanding and most clarity about the startup or thinking about the startups came when this word coin, right? So we have designed the entire program, entire show around the startup. And when we say the startup, as it means the innovation driven enterprises, right? So any ecosystem, must involve 3-4 things which I am mentioning here. One is their acceptance of their worst and best creativity and innovations, their projects, whatever you are doing in you must be now acceptable by the community, by my first teachers, right? The second thing is the training and assistance. See, I have an idea. What do we do with this? What kind of the documents is required? What kind of the documents is required, which is to be shown to the people who are working in the startup ecosystem, right? So if I require the business model canvas, if I require the business plan, if I require the pitch deck, so this all is required the trainings, right? And how I pitch my idea, how I present my idea, this is also required. So basic ingredients, understanding about the basic ingredients is to be taken care in the segment of the training and development segment. Now then, one portion is an initial preparation, another one is a correction with the mentors, right? So when I say the correction with the mentors, means the people who are engaged in a business, who are doing day in day out business dealings and conversations also. These are the mentors are the guy who are actually engaged in their business, right? So people who are in a pitch deck or who are evaluating the business proposals are right person to be help you in as a business sense. In the business mentoring, people who are building the product, engage in the technology, they are the right person to be help you to be help in your product, right? Let's say you're building a product in an aerospace segment. It means someone who has already had experience with a DRDO, with a ISRO, with a space tech technology, or in a related domains. They are the right person to be help you to build your right product. Alongside with the repository, largely laboratory support you require, all the fabrication units which is available in your segments in your college, like welding shop hai, या आपका जो भी workshop है, या electronics के लिए जो भी labs हैं, instruments, and this all facility should be open to you so that you can go and test your product, right? This is the help you required, and this support is actually available to you not only in a 9 to 5 segments, right? So 9 to 5 only we do the work for others, right? You preparing your assignments.
ठीक है, तो मैं जा रहा हूँ डिपार्टमेंट में, अगर कुछ पूछना हो तो
Pawan sir.
Right. So in the 9 to 5, you only can work for others, but after the 5 o'clock, you are actually working on your own dream projects, right? So this laboratory and ecosystem facility should be open after the 5 o'clock, right? Maybe till the late night, maybe the overnight, so that the researcher, innovators, creator can work on their dream product, right? Now, other portion is the funding alongside it. In this entire ecosystem, using one word for you, incubator or the incubation units or the incubation centers are the one center which is designed in the inline of all of the things. They allow the creativity, they allow you to be work late night, they help you to be initial designing of pitch, business plan, financials, and all the things, right? Mentoring assistant along with laboratory and funding assistance. So the incubator are only the one departments, centers which are designed. You need not to be that incubation center may be connected with the entire unit, center of excellence, and all which are available in your college or university. But primarily, this is the first center which directly help you to be. Now, there is one important thing. Each student must go visit, take a course, join the incubation center, which is important portion. And in this dimension, in this segment, students are looking for certain benefits at the earliest stage. They do not know whether they are going to be start a successful startup, but they definitely know they are going somewhere where they do something different than they are doing 9 to 5 academics in a classroom. Right? So these are the interest side of it, the reward, recognition, benefits in their academics must be engaged through the policy intervention, which is NISP says already, and a policy as per your need can help you to be invite and engage the student sets and create a sustainability for your students. Now, what student need to be thinking about that I'm coming and understanding about the entire sense. See, the entrepreneurship is an umbrella word, right? Whatever you are doing and whatever exists in this business senses exists in the word comes under the entrepreneurship. From tea shop to a startup, that all comes under the entrepreneurship, right? So either you are someone is starting a venture, tea shop, or it's a kirana shop, or it's a factory, or it's in a multi-brand store, or it's in a small manufacturing unit, to the technology-based venture, which we say today startups. They all these all comes under the one umbrella called entrepreneurship. Right now, the second point. Understand that no one is paying you free, and you also need to be understand the value of the ways of earning the money and why the people are paying you the money, right? So people are not only paying the money because you are doing something. People paying the money because you are adding some value. And today's economy, when I say that this is an innovation economy, people are not paying this because you're doing something. People are paying because you're adding value every day. See, if you're teaching subject, any content from last 20 years, every day, every batch, and every time, the management, the student, the alumni wants you to be add some value. Maybe the way of teaching, maybe in a content, maybe in anything, right? Other side of it, the value proposition is an important portion for anyone who is going for the market, right? Either you as a teacher, either you as a employee, or the large population as a student, you are sitting here, right? So industry accept you when you add value, right? Now the adding value in the sense of business, this is to be understood. One is what you all know, that earning the money through the employee, go and earn the money, become the employee anywhere, start earning. Second portion, you can start something which is called the self-employed. You can start coaching classes today at your home. You can start doing some personal work for your professional work at your home in a personal capacity, right? This is self-employment. So then अगर आप देखोगे यहाँ पे, so पूरे विश्व की 95% population जो है यही कर रही है, and they only share the 5% wealth. The 5% wealth is available for the people who become either the employee or the self-employed. In the other side, 95% wealth is available for the people who wants to become a business person, a startup, an entrepreneur, or later stage they want to become an investor, right? So the other side of it is need to be understand the other side of it, right? Where you want to go, you have to be set a goal for yourself. You want to remain in a 5% wealth as a 95% population, or you want to go for 5% population where the 5% population and 95% wealth is available. So where's you have a more opportunity, and you have a all right, so where you have a greater opportunity for available for you. In fact, there is a large number of corporates available who are helping their employees to become the startup, right? They are running accelerator program. They are funding. They are arranging the connections, national and international connections for any innovations developed by their employee, and wants to commercialize that particular innovation, innovative product or the service through the way of the startup. All right. So now understand this word startup, because now the entire ecosystem is pushing the money, pumping the money in a startups rather than any commercial unit. Yes, the manufacturing segment existing available infrastructure available to us can be revamped. It can be redesigned and ready for the and aligned with the startup for manufacturing side, right? But you understand this word is how the startup word is actually came down, right? So you all understand the entrepreneurship business sense. We all understanding when the business is aligned with innovation, is alongside with the technology, right? So when the business aligns with innovation, entrepreneurship aligns with innovation, which is called the value, create a value, right? So when it's aligned with the technology, it's creating a business, a scalable business. And when it's aligned with technology, aligned with innovation, it's creating a business model, right? A new business model, right? When all this combined, they capture a unique value proposition. And this unique value proposition, which in another sense, sometimes also called as a disruptive technology, disruptive innovations, are to become a portion of startup. All right. So this all the theoretical portion. I wish to believe this, but in an understanding sense that if you wish to create a startup, a small company having a deeper innovation, deep technology involvement of deep technology, and having a right business sense, this all right combination can produce a mega scalable, profitable enterprise in a coming days, right? And every ecosystem player, every university, every accelerator, every incubator is running to be grab any new idea having all these potentials, right? And see, people are dying about money, right? I will say the money, today's money is actually, we are chasing, investors are chasing the startup who are able to be produce 40x, 60x growth in a down the line 3 years, 5 years. So today people are searching, we are searching for a good startup always. We have a funding assistance available to us from the central government and from the other network. And we are always looking for a good startup who are working in a domain of now AR, VR, AI, IT, IoT, AI, ML, and all this related area, right? Along with, they are solving some good problem. Now, leaving this behind. So in a true sense, in a legal sense, in sense of policy, what mean is often a startup, any company which is less than 7 years. In the case of biotechnology, the DIPP also consider 10 years, less than 10 years company, registered and a private limited LLP partnership firm, but this is acceptable. But what the investor is accept you as a private limited company. So in a going stage, in a forward line, when you go for the registration of your company, and you have now strong belief that you will remain as entrepreneur for forever, must register your company as a private limited company, because I have seen a lot of challenges happen when we go for the investment, go for the raising of the investment. The investor are not easily ready to invest any funding in a LLP. So we prefer and we recommend the people to go for the private limited company. But for a startup in a registration, you can go for the private limited company, you can go for the LLP, you can go for the partnership firm and 1% company also. Now turnover, in a 1 year, you must have the less than turnover of 25 CR and involvement of technology and innovation. These are the 4 parameters if you have in your business, that business considered as a startup. All right. These all other startups, these all involve the technology in some way or other way around, right? Today, for your information, if you are very difficult from last 5 years, it was very difficult for any company who are just only producing to develop a service around the mobile app and all. They are not appreciated and funded easily. That's a mega challenge until unless their validation has not been done. So must you need to be think about that the days of the red bus and the kind of e-commerce business are gone. You need to be think about something beyond it, right? What is happening? This, and please do not. If you are a computer science graduate or you are pursuing any degree in computer science, do not restrict yourself to only learn the computer science languages and programming and all. you must go beyond, go in an electrical, electronics, mechanical segment too. You go in a, or because you all are the science student, you easily understand the basic physics, chemistry and math. So you can go in any dimension, and please do not restrict that you are a computer science graduate, so you only work here. You can go beyond it and develop a physical product which are solving some of the niche problem in of the country. All right. For your better understanding, you understand a common business model, you understand a real business which is happening, maybe happening at your family also. But how this business is different, traditional business is different in terms of startups. So look at the left side, which is the traditional business component, and another side is the startup component. So in a traditional business, you have in a business plan, means a planning of in a business, what you want to be do, what kind of the business it will be, or it could be. And other side, you have a business idea or the innovation which you want to be commercialized, right? In left side, traditional business, you have capital at in your pocket, or your parents provide certain money, or you generate the money from the bank or from any financial institution. But the other side, you do not have anything. You are at the age of 18, 16, 20, right? Even the 14-year students are starting ventures today. So they do not have this capital at India in the hand. They only have they only know how to mobilize all the resources, right? So they mobilize entire the resources either in sense of technology, or in sense of manpower, or in sense of the servers, or in sense of sensors, hardware, and all the things. They are capable to mobilize it, right? And they know where this resource is available, right? Left side, you have a factory shop which you can, means the physical infrastructure involvement. Other side, there is no physical infrastructure, because left side, traditional business, physical infrastructure involvement is there. You can easily raise the money from the bank, means you get the loan from the bank against this, as a collateral security. But other side, you do not have any physical infrastructure. Very difficult for you to be raise money from the bank, and bankers do not understand the virtual business segment, the value proposition, honestly. Because this is a huge and high risk business, thus bankers are not putting their money in the startups. Thus the startup cannot able to be generate and cannot get the loans and the debt. They get the money from against the equity from the investor, and there are the separate instruments available in the ecosystem. The investor, angel investor, or the venture capitalist, HNIs are available who are putting the money, right? So there are some of the fund houses available who can put the money in any startup, right? So I understand the bank is now the growth potential, right? Which is a very important point is here. Bank, or in a traditional business, you only understand the business growth, or in sense of their revenue, profit and loss. But the other side, maybe the business do not generating the sufficient revenue for their sustainability, but the business idea innovation is having a huge attraction, having the number of downloads, having the people's transactions. So there are several other components involved here, which are judged by the startup community. And people who are engaged here, maybe they never ask you about the balance sheet, right? So we, as an investor, we never ask about the balance sheet for any startup, because we know that you do not have a positive revenue. But other sense, we try to understand what value you are adding, right? What kind of the innovation you have, and what is the greater potential available for your product, your company, your startup down the line 3 years, 2 years, or not in the Indian market, in the international market also. So there's a separate portion. I guess you understand this difference between the startup and traditional business, and this is now fascinating one side, and other side, this is also helping the people to be start today your venture, rather than to be down the line 3 years, 4 years. लोग सोचते हैं ना पैसा आ जाएगा खूब सारा, फिर एक फैक्ट्री लगाएंगे, जगह हो जाएगी, अपना प्लॉट होगा. So ये स्टार्टअप कहीं ना कहीं हेल्प कर रहा है. Those who are think to start their venture today, they can start. You can start your venture today, right? If you have any innovative business idea. All right. So how you can move your ideation, convert your ideation into the real business, right? Means from an ideation to startup, how this journey is possible, right? So see, ideation is an endless process, right? You every second, every time, every minutes, every day, every month, you have a huge number of ideas, and you own, confuse you in your own way that which idea to be taken forward, right? So I request very simple, any idea where you can apply your skill set and convert it. It's easier because you cannot depend upon others every time for building your product, right? So if you have an idea and you have certain skill set to be finish out this product, you start day to day, day zero, right? But in this alongside, what the people missed when they start the venture is enough amount of research in terms of market potential, in terms of material available, in terms of demand and supply, in terms of competition and other business sense is required, right? I have seen student come with a very, very early stage in idea without any detailed research, right? So I can fund in any idea today in the ideation stage, but a sufficient research, background search, and confidence about the market created by the team, right? So there is a no doubt the people are funding in ideation stage, but the team actually who is pitching the idea with their confidence, with their understanding, business sense, must be clear. So I get a very wonderful example here. We got a call from Begusarai, district Bihar, right? So two school kids, right, 12 pass out, bache, they actually started a venture in an e-catering segment, right? So means e-catering means IRCTC e-catering services जो कि train में food delivery करते, so उस competition business से वो आए, right? So their founder, we met the founder यहाँ आया, गाजियाबाद आया. Now story is that guy is actually think about to be doing something, right? In a lockdown, during the lockdown, and he actually worked with a company, similar company earlier for 6 months, and he understand the entire business segments को समझ में आ गया कि ये business चलता कैसे है. Then they visited IRCTC headquarter New Delhi. So IRCTC headquarter said कि तुमको क्या करना है सब जान करके तुम नहीं कर सकते. उसने उनका गाइडलाइन जब पूछा तो उनका रिप्लाई ये था IRCTC का. Now they guys actually understand the requirement of business कि कौन सा कंपनी बनाना चाहिए, कितना लोगों का टीम होना चाहिए, क्या वेबसाइट होना चाहिए, है ना, बैकएंड कैसा होना चाहिए, कस्टमर ऑर्डर कैसे आएगा, ये सारी चीजें, एंगेजमेंट वगैरह. 2020 में उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया. 14 Feb 2020 they started the company, registered the company, and in June 2022 they have full-fledged launched the business, right? You go and visit the website called the Dibrail.com, right? This is available, and today they are serving, they engage around 165-70 restaurants with their platform. They are serving in around 30-40 stations, including the Kanpur, Lucknow, right, and some other many stations, right? Point is this, जो उसका फाउंडर है 12वीं पास है और उसने उसका विचार देखिए क्या है. What he said when I asked personally कि यार तुमने 12वीं कर आगे पढ़ाई नहीं करा, तो वो बोलता है कि सर बिजनेस करने के लिए तो पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है ज्यादा, और ऐसा कोई क्वालिफिकेशन भी नहीं चाहिए. सेकेंड चीज, जो मैं पढ़ना चाहता हूँ वो महंगा है, प्रोफेशनल क्वालिफिकेशन महंगी है, और जो नॉर्मल ग्रेजुएशन है उसको करने से कोई फायदा नहीं है, राइट? सो अभी इनिशियल स्टेज में दे गॉट ना, मतलब they co-founder invested around 10 lakh rupees. वो एक हार्डवेयर शॉप चलाता है, उसने 10 लाख रुपए इन्वेस्ट किया, जो उसका दोस्त है, जिसका co-founder है. Founder is running entire business show, and they got offer from UAE, Dubai-based startup investor. They are receiving a call from the US-based investor. They received the funding opportunity from Coimbatore investors, right? So these are very early stage traction they are receiving and getting. और आप सोचो भी कितना बिजनेस जनरेट किया होगा, कितना business generate. So point is, why not doing this, right? So each and bits and pieces and understanding about the market, about the system they have, and they are getting a good opportunity. So point is very simple. Ideation is important, and equal amount of research and overtime is also been required to be. Deep research जो करके आ रहे हैं वही attraction create कर पाते हैं. Now second stage is what, where you have joined the pre-incubation program in your incubation segment, and here you are meeting with your co-founder team, you are learning all the basic components, you are now designing your business model, your product, and all the things, right? And later stage you are doing the validation of it, right? So when I said the validation means either if it is a service agar hai to uska validation, agar iska product hai to uska proof of concept kaise kiya jaye, right? And these next stage what I'm showing to you, this is the traveling of your journey from alpha to beta and all, right? From proof of concept to MVP to prototype. ये सारा टेस्टिंग काम चल रहा है, डेवलपमेंट हो रहा है, and you are raising the money in each equal amount of time if you have chosen a right business idea, right sector for your startup, right? And then you have a go to market. Now मैं आपको एक छोटा सा आपको यहाँ पे, क्योंकि ये प्रोग्राम जो है ये लोकल इनेबलर के लिए था, so आप समझिए यहाँ पर मतलब this portion you can raise 4 lakh rupees money, you can raise 20 lakh rupees up to the 4 lakh to 20 lakh rupees money, right? In this MVP and other segment, you can raise 7 lakh rupees to 20 lakh rupees. And this launching stage, you can raise minimum 40 lakh rupees to no limit, any amount. Any amount. If you are in an AR VR segment, you can raise 30 CR also. We have recently a company which is raised a 30 CR from the Noida-based investor. They are in an AR VR segment, a very early stage company. 30 CR बहुत बड़ी बात है अगले 3 साल के लिए. 10 CR every year. So point is this कि investor और growth ये सब चीजें जुड़ी हुई हैं, सब हो रही हैं. चैलेंज क्या है? चैलेंज सिर्फ ये है कि a right team मिक्सअप होना, एकेडमिक्स के बैलेंस के साथ आप स्टार्टअप इकोसिस्टम में आ पाओ और आपको आप अपने इनोवेशंस को टेस्ट आउट कर पाओ, रिसर्च कर पाओ, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. नाउ ये सबको पता है, मैं सिर्फ रिपीट कर रहा हूँ. दिस इज कॉल्ड द वैली ऑफ डेथ, राइट? मींस दिस इज अ स्टेज व्हेन your ideation, your validation, market research, product market fit, all things are happening, right? And you have a peer group pressure, your colleagues are placed now getting placed in some good company, so you are also feeling some pressure from your family side also कि यार तुमको engineering करा है, पढ़ा है. So you have to balance all these components psychologically, mentally, and equally आपको अपने स्टार्टअप को ही फोकस करना पड़ेगा जिसको आप खड़ा करना चाहते हैं. So मैं बोलूंगा कि इसमें एकेडमिक्स और टीचर्स और जितने भी लोग यहाँ बैठे हुए सबका बड़ा रोल रहता है. So but the moment you actually cross this break even point with the support of incubator and all, you never have to be look back, right? So इसको हम लोग हॉकी स्टिक मॉडल बोलते हैं. And the moment you raise the first funding you raise for your innovation, right, you are at the very highway, you are on the highway. So उसके बाद तो आपको कोई रोक ही नहीं पाएगा. So we are closing from my side. If I guess Pradeep, I have a certain time to take some query if the participants are interested to ask. Yeah, Pradeep.
Thank you, Mahin sir. Participant, now the time for the question and answer session. If you want to ask any question related to your any idea or startup idea, you can share with sir. Dear participants, Mahin sir is here. You can ask your question. I think no question is there. One announcement for you all that the feedback link for the session is shared in your chat box after the vote of thanks. You can fill that. And again, I'm asking if you are having any question to ask, you can. Sir is here.
Yes. If you ask some questions, then I also feel very satisfied here, right? Otherwise, I feel that I only deliver some information to you. All right, nevertheless, whenever you have any question, you can write the mail, you can connect to Pradeep, right? And I'm available for you all anytime when you want to start anything, and any difficulty you face in your startup, all right? Now, from the ideation to fundraising, I will help you all, right, all the time. So thank you, Pradeep.
Thank you, sir. Just give me a moment, please. So now the time for the vote of thanks. Feedback session link is in your chat box. You can see there. I, Pradeep Kumar Verma, on behalf of my colleague and entire fraternity of the college, first of all, spread most sincere thanks to all the Lord God. And on my behalf, I extend a very healthy vote of thanks to the today's esteemed speaker, Sri Mahen Gupta ji, and who spare their time in a busy schedule to grace the session. I sincerely express my gratitude to the Honorable Chancellor Shri Sway Jain ji, Group Vice Chairman Shri Manish Jain ji, esteemed member of TMU Board of Governors Shri Akshay Jain ji for their valuable guidance. I express sincere thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Raghuveer Singh, Registrar TMU Dr. Aditya Sharma ji, Associate Dean Dr. Manjula Jain, and IIC President to providing the necessary supports. I especially thank to the person who has been the backbone of the event, Principal R.K. Dwivedi ji. I am also thankful to Dr. Vipin to manage the backend show with me over here. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And it is not possible to thank everyone for such an appreciating involvement and willingness they have expressed to finish the task. So on behalf of FOE, I thank one and all who is directly or indirectly involved in the making the session a great success. We thank you all for being us. It has remained a pronounced pleasure. Have a great day ahead. Now, I request everyone, you can just open your camera so that we can take a pic.
Pradeep, there's a query asked by Dr. Garima Goswami.
Okay.
So Garima ji asking, what are the basic requirements for a startup from a student side, right? So for any student who wish to become the entrepreneur, one is the set thought process to be clear at your end, right? And always try to interact with your family, your parents, and if you are really looking to become the entrepreneur, do not want to go for the job, so always say the father, I wants to go for job, not go for the job and go for the some business, so that they have an understanding. So you up to pehle se hi wo ek mahal banane lagenge. Second thing is what you must read the business articles, right? Either if economics time it's available to you, so उसमें एक startup story का एक column आता है, right? So वो पढ़ना start करें, क्योंकि गर्मा जी ने मुझे पूछा कि आपको बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट, तो बेसिक रिक्वायरमेंट है बिजनेस आइडिया की, राइट? एंड बिजनेस आइडिया का कोई गारंटी नहीं है कहां से आएगा, राइट? सो बिजनेस आइडिया की गारंटी के लिए, अच्छे बिजनेस आइडिया के लिए, इट्स अ रिक्वायरमेंट दैट योर ब्रेन शुड बी grab the value of thoughts from the what is happening in a market, what exists, what challenges exist in your community, in your society and all around, right? So आसपास के awareness के लिए आपको थोड़ा सा अपने विचारों को अच्छा food देना पड़ेगा, और that's why you get a good business idea. Now उस business idea का validation करना के लिए 4-5 चेक पॉइंट बनाइए कि मेरे को ये 5 चीजें अगर बिजनेस में दिखती है, सो इसका वैलिडेशन हो जाएगा, राइट? और अगर वैलिडेशन हो सकता है, सिर्फ इतना ही पहला किसी को करना है. वन इज गुड बिजनेस आइडिया एंड देन द वैलिडेशन ऑफ इट. Garma ji, I guess I answered in a roughly manner, but in a lump sum, I'm saying you need to be understand what is a good business idea, where the people are going to be invest, why the people going to be invest to you, right? अगर आप बोलोगे कि एक कपड़े की दुकान खुली है, मैं भी खोलना चाहता हूं, तो शायद कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं दिखाएगा. But when you say that you are going to open a venture or a startup which involves of the AR VR, and by that the medical student can learn all the operations which are happening practically using a physical dead body, that can be possible in a AR VR also. आप सोच के देखिए कितना difference इस चीज में. Right, Pradeep, over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Participant, is there any question from our side, or we can close the meeting? Dear participant, is there any other question, or shall we close the meeting? Okay, thank you. So, Mahin sir, I am again thanking you for accepting our invitation on a short notice, and share your thoughts and the experience with us, so that our participants can get in touch with the ecosystem and other things. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks,
Bye.
sir. Okay. Dear participant, the feedback link is available in your chat box. Kindly fill it. We will share your certificate in next 48 hours. Kindly fill the detail of your name and other things properly, because they all are going to be printed on your certificate. A e-copy will be shared on given email in a 48 hours. This link is available for next 10 minutes, and after that we will close it. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Dear participant, kindly fill the feedback form as soon as possible. We will close the form in next 10 minutes. Thank you.
you.